this beautiful land now. To be a part of this continent. Call your sisters and your brothers and your friends. Let's get together, let's hold hands and let us dance. Let's unite and give ourselves another chance. I see the walk out for road, you will see many things, everything they happen pretty jolly. Oh yeah, now let Africa be good. And in the sun or the rain or the sweet and the pain, we still get together because let Africa be good. Nelson Mandela, Lupita Nyong'o, Desmond Tutu, oh Barack Obama, Kwame Nkrumah, all my freedom fighters. You know what time it is? Let's go, come on. Africa stand up, everybody move, make a see your hands up. We came a long way, so now we can't stop. For life, we're taking off the handcuffs. We came to spend love through the sea breeze. Natural, Mama Africa, we need peace. Home sweet home, everybody for feel free. Check my people and check the beauty. Me, my duty. We're trying to make it a better place for us. And I believe it's gonna happen in God we trust. Straight from the bottom on the way up to top. I prophesy, it shall come to pass. Amen. From dust to grass, from grass to grace. But it's left to us to make it happen on a daily basis. Back to back, Africa stand for peace. Let's face the fact. Asante nyerere baba, tunajivunia upendo wetu na amani. Tena pia Mugabe bendera baba, tunajivunia upendo wetu na amani. Tumejaliwa mengi, tena mengi, majengo melema mbuga Afrika yetu. Tazama mengi, tena mengi, mito melema mbuga Afrika yetu.
Under the sun, you know we are. Singing praises alanga. We are. One people under the sun. Send down the rain. Send down the rain on my people. need me, I need you. Oh, oh. We are one people under the sun, you know we are. We are one people under the sun. Send down the rain, send down the rain on my people. Send down the rain, so we are one heart, one soul, one blood. We are.
I wanna wake up to the heat of the sun. I wanna feel it right inside me. Oh yeah.
I wanna walk into the beat of the drum. I want my life runs all around me.
Oh yeah.
We together as one, we're all the same. Oh yeah, together as one, let's celebrate and let the world know.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Welcome to Entrepreneurs Weekly Assembly. I'm so delighted to see every one of us in this space again. Today, it's going to be amazing. That I'm sure of. All right. I'm honored to welcome those who are joining us for the first time. It's so wonderful to have you around. So before we begin, I would like us to settle in and, by enjoying this musical break that we're going to go on shortly. And definitely we're going to be back shortly. Please use this opportunity to inform all your friends, family, colleagues that we are live on Entrepreneurs Weekly Assembly. DJ Kids, bring it up. Okay, while I wait for DJ Keith, I just want to inform you that you have the opportunity to learn and to be educated and to infuse into your business, into your life, into everything you do, your daily activities, in order for you to become a professional. All right. Yes, of course, it's going to be an amazing time today. So please do not hesitate to invite people into this assembly, because you wouldn't want to be the only one that will, enjoy this beautiful segment today. So do well by pasting it on your status and to inform your family, your friends, your colleague, your business partner, your associate, your investors, your family, everyone, that we are live today. Yes, we are live. We are live. So please take your pen, take your jotter, take your notepad, and get ready to learn today, because it's going to be an amazing and fabulous time in the assembly today. Okay, so let me take this moment to appreciate those that are joining us for the first time. I could see your faces, and I'm scrolling through my, my sister right now, and I could see beautiful faces. I could see Ibrahim, Mustafa. Wow, I love your setup. It's so professional. It's so amazing. It's good to have you. I could see Tologalo. I'm sorry if I murdered that name, but you look amazing. The smile is amazing. It's good to have you here today. And please do not forget to turn on your camera if you are in a safe space. We want to see your beautiful faces, just the way I cited, beautiful people, Ibrahim. That you are settled in. Please turn on your camera if you are in a safe space. We'd like to see your beautiful faces. We'd like to, connect with you. We'd like to, mingle and also learn today. All right. So we'll just proceed. I'd like to proceed by, informing you what we do in the assembly today, what we normally do in our weekly assembly. This is where entrepreneurs across Africa and the world at large come together to network, and not just only to network. We also come to collaborate and, of course, exchange innovative ideas, in order to scale up in all our different endeavors in life, and also to improve, to get better, to just make our life seamless, wonderful, and to top it up, become professional in what we do. All right. So before I continue, I would like to also inform you that there's an important video that we usually, share in our assembly, where we get to learn more about how we attend Zoom meeting for those that are joining the Zoom for the first time, and for those that have, been joining the Zoom for the first time. Kindly watch this video. Stay tuned.
How to attend an online video meeting. Number 1, always stay in the center of the screen. Your face should be in the middle of the screen, not at the top or at the bottom of the screen. Number 2, your camera should always be at face level, maintaining a distance of 30 centimeters or an arm length from the screen. Number 3, your lighting should always be in front of you, not behind you. Number 4, always use the landscape option when using the video call option on your phone. Number 5, your background should be simplistic with plain decor. This keeps the attention of the audience focused on you. Number 6, always make sure there are no moving objects or people behind you while you're in an active meeting. Number 7, always keep your camera on. It is considered unprofessional and in most gatherings unacceptable to leave your camera turned off. Number 8, remember to switch off your mic or mute it when not actively participating in a conversation or dialogue. Number 9, always check to make sure your name and company name appear on the window tab. Number 10, always try to be still. Avoid making too many movements or fidgeting during a meeting. Number 11, eating food or having a snack during a video session is considered rude and indecent. However, having a glass of water, tea, or coffee is acceptable. Number 12, when speaking, also try to maintain a normal tone or pitch. Never shout or speak erratically. Number 13, be on time and ready. Make sure you have everything set up 10 minutes ahead of the appointed time. Number 14, always look smart. Dress appropriately, you never know who's watching. Number 15, always let the team know when you're done speaking by indicating "I'm done" or "thank you." Number 16, do not exceed your time limit. Number 17, always have your pen and notepad ready so you can take down important points and highlights of the meeting. This is very important. Number 18, Make sure all the necessary devices are functional and running, such as your mic, camera, speakers, and internet connection. Also check your device battery status to make sure they're fully charged. Number 19, always stay focused and attentive during the meeting. Avoid multitasking so you don't get yourself and others distracted. Number 20, most importantly, try to be yourself. Stay calm and smile. Thank you. This video was brought to you by Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, AYE, the largest entrepreneurship network in Africa.
All right.
Please confirm if you can hear me. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Chief of Staff.
Okay, you're back. At some point, I think we lost you.
Oh, apologies for that. Someone has been buzzing my phone, has been buzzing my phone with calls, So I just needed to be sure if I'm back on track. Can you confirm you can hear me? COS, please. Great. Thank you very much. All right, great. So I hope you've been able to learn from the video we just shared. This would enable us to, learn few things on how to appear on Zoom professionally. Like I said, I will have to go back to the main business of the day. And for those who are joining us, it is weekly assembly where we get to collaborate, learn, and apply knowledge taught in our businesses and, of course, in our lifestyle. So it is so important that you are in this meeting. And I want to say congratulations for those that are in this meeting today because it is the right space to be. Okay, all right. So I would like to acknowledge our guests in the meeting today. Thank you. We recognize you. We say welcome and we're delighted to have you. Yes, we're delighted to have you. And yes, I can see some camera turn on already. This is amazing. It's beautiful to see your beautiful, beautiful faces. It's amazing. For those that haven't turned on their camera, I would like to, request that you turn on your camera if you are in a safe space. Like I said, I notice Osman, I notice Mustafa, I notice Christian Atiga. It's so good to see you, and I could see your background, blazing with so much of lightning. Yes, it's good to see you all, and I welcome you once again to this beautiful space. Okay, so for those that haven't turned on their camera, please do so. And for those that haven't, renamed themselves, kindly rename yourself. Would like to, know your name. You can kindly do that by clicking on the left side of your screen. There's a three-dotted symbol on top of your profile. Click on it and you scroll down, then follow the prompt to rename yourself. Would like to, know your name and not just refer to you by the name of your gadgets or your phone. Kindly do that right away. Thank you very much. Yes, it's time for us to take our creed, beautiful people. The creed is important in the AYE organization because it's an excerpt from our slogan. It shows who we are. It creates who we are. It shows how we take our organization, seriously, and how we also relate in our day-to-day life. Yes. So to take us on the creed, I would like to also remind us that this creed reminds us of who we are. Yes, that is very, very important. It reminds us of who we are. So to take on to the creed today, I would like to invite the Chief of Staff to Mr. President in the person of Mr. Faith Olani. The mic is yours, Mr. Faith.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great one. Mrs. Oluwatosin, it's good to be here once again. And of course, you're looking sharp. I like your glasses, speaking volume, It's so good to be here. And I can see a lot of people, amazing people here. I can see that even though Dr. Aisha is in a party, that I'm sure that she's gonna keep party jollof for us. She's still ensuring that she's here. And Ibrahim Mustafa, I love how you're looking sharp, like you're ready to give us, great stuff with the mic setting, with the I think I would also pick this style one day. Good to see Mr. Sunil back again. And of course, Mr. President, thank you once again for the opportunity. I feel excited to be here today. I'm so excited about today's assembly. Well, a part of me is also feeling like, it's coming to the end of the year, and all of that. But of course, the assembly never stops. So I'm still excited. And I'm going to be taking us to the members' creed. Before I go ahead, I would like to say something. If you're here and you're not yet an active member, please become one. I believe, please, someone should just give like a thumbs up if this statement is true. That we've always said, I've not said the statement yet.
Honestly.
That I can see that people are active, proactivated. Thank you so much. All right, so I want to be sure that, is it just me, or this prompt to always be, and this announcement to always become an active member goes on every assembly since the beginning of this year? If this is true, please give a thumbs up. Okay. So if by the end of this year, you have been attending this assembly for a while and you are still not an active member, can we say that you have either not learned from the assembly or you are not part of this great family? Can I also get a thumbs up for that? Let's see how many people will not give thumbs up. This is where the hands go low. Okay, so it's been announced all the time. So guys, there's no better time to join the assembly than now. It's still dying minutes, if you've not joined yet, right? So please visit the link that is dropped on the charts to become a member and have access to so many benefits, right? At AYE, we create a platform that helps entrepreneurs harness their full potential. And there are lots of amazing benefits when you become an active member. Now back to the creed. If you're just joining us for the first time, like I said, like the moderator said, the creed is a word of affirmation that we say in the organization, and we say it all the time. It is a pledge that we recite, and some of us even recite it as a prayer. But before we take the creed, I would like to teach us how we do it. So we do it by, giving a symbol, which is like this. So please focus on me right now. So this is the way we take our creed. We fold our two hands together. So, and this symbolizes oneness. It symbolizes unity. And so you would have your fist like this while we take the creed. And so when I say the first line, you'll just repeat after me. So it's more like a call and response. And I'm sure that I'll get some 1 or 2 people unmuting themselves to also join me to say this creed. Thank you. So I am an African young entrepreneur.
I am an African young entrepreneur.
I believe in Africa.
I believe in Africa.
I am in love with Africa.
I am in love with Africa.
I am proud of Africa and I will prosper in Africa.
I am proud of Africa and I will prosper in Africa.
I am an African for a purpose, and for that purpose do I live.
I am an African for a purpose, and for that purpose do I live.
I believe in the development of our great continent.
I believe in the
development of our great continent.
So let me promise to uphold the vision, values, and goals of Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization.
I solemnly
promise to uphold the vision, values, and goals of Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization.
I promise to love and support my fellow Africans.
I promise to love and support my fellow Africans.
I promise to promote a united Africa everywhere I go.
I promise to promote a united Africa everywhere I go.
Because I believe that.
Because I believe that.
If you can achieve this much alone,
How much more can
can
we
we achieve
achieve
together?
together?
Thank you.
From the day we arrive on this planet and blinking step into the sun, there is more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done. Ooh, there is far too much to take in here, more to find they can never be found. But the sun rolling high through the sapphire sky keeps great and small on the endless round. It's the circle of life, and it moves us all through the spirit pole. Faith and love till we find a place on that path unwinding in the circle of life.
Yes, it's the cycle of life that keeps us together, the cycle of life that keeps us going. And that song is always very amazing every time that we hear it. I'm sure people are like me that don't get tired of that song. And please let me confirm that you can hear me audibly.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
great stuff. So welcome again to Africa's Young Entrepreneurs. And of course, today's session is a very, very amazing session. Today's session is the Fireside Chat, right? The Fireside Chat, where we have amazing guests from different parts of Africa to share us their journey, tell us their story, tell us the things that made them successful. And of course, I'm sure many of you know how Mr. President does it. We even get to learn from their failures, not just even what made them successful. And of course, that's what we do today. So you see our guests always looking bright, beautiful, and of course, giving us those nuggets, sharing those deep experiences. And we, as entrepreneurs, learn from them. Having said that, I'll just go right to the next thing on today's agenda, which is the testimonial. And we share this testimonial to see the amazing things that people get and people experience, especially from members, in this community. And today I have two testimonies that I would like to read. And one says, "Hello there, I am Nelsia from Sierra Leone. My experience at the assembly has always been a great experience. Having a virtual platform that brings so much peace to the heart. I love that. And the love that's radiant whenever the assembly is on. Please keep this up." Okay, that's Nelsa from Sierra Leone. Thank you, Nelsa from Sierra Leone. And the second testimony is... Thank you, DJ Kid, for the clap. The second testimony says, through the assembly, I had connected with so many amazing people, and even some of the guests we've had, it has really expanded my network, and now I can boldly say I have network in about 7 African countries already through this platform. There is no doubt that my 2024 is a great year already and filled with amazing moments at the assembly. Chanzi from Zambia. Amazing, amazing. And of course, yes, 2024 is a great year already. You can feel it today. But thank you. But like we learned two Saturdays ago, that there is still time. It is the dying minute. And for us, yes, we are anticipating 2024, but 2023 is still here, and we are still expectant of the amazing thing that still happens at dying minutes. And to get us through this, I would like to invite personally and specially Mr. President, who will take us on today's fireside chat with our amazing, amazing guest. Thank you so much, Mr. President, in person of Dr. Sumi Smith Francis. The mic is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. So great to see every one of you again and again. December, the feeling is kind of like different for everyone. There's a mixed feeling. The season is here. Some feel like I've made enough. Some feel like I didn't make enough. Some feel like, how is it gonna end? Calm down, man. Calm down. This December has been there before you were formed, and what will happen has been predestined. But also remember what we learned last week. Dying minutes. It's gonna happen. I promise you, it's gonna happen. Keep the energy, keep the faith, keep the strength, and you'll be surprised when it happens. I'm looking forward to your dying minute testimony. I was speaking to my team also recently, and we're talking about, and with dying minute, quite funny. You gotta do something. So what are you also doing in dying minute? Are you just waiting for the minute to fade out, or you're trying your last moves in this December? I'm rooting for you, and I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much for joining in. For those of you joining in for the first time, you're welcome. This is the Entrepreneurs Assembly. It happens every Saturday, and we've been doing this all year round. We've been growing, developing ourselves, connecting, networking. Every Saturday, we have different sessions that happens. Some Saturdays, we get to learn from myself, different students. Some Saturdays we bring some guest speakers from different part of the world, renowned, successful business leaders that comes to share with us very interesting business facts. And of course, we have on our third Saturdays our fireside chats where I get to connect and have some session with African entrepreneurs, successful African entrepreneurs who are making Africa proud. And I have them in this room today. I'm so excited to see you guys in this room today. You're all welcome. And of course, on our last Saturdays, it's a marketplace where we get to buy and sell from one another. It's been an amazing year. Do not forget, next Saturday is our Christmas special. Save it in your diary. Make sure you come with your touch of red. I'll give more announcements on that before the end of the session. But if you're here, you're ready, keep your cameras on. If you're in a comfortable space, and if you're not in a comfortable space, make sure nothing is distracting you, because I'm going to be connecting with entrepreneurs from different parts of the continent. We're traveling to Sudan, we're going to Ghana, then we're going to South Africa, and then we're going to Nigeria as well. And I'm really, really very interested in listening to our guests. So if you're one of my guests in the fireside chat, you're welcome. Please do me a favor to make it interesting and easy. Just raise your hand with the reaction button. I see Hadel already in the room. I know Ibrahim Mustafa is as well in the room as well. Sylvia Maseko and Chris Annie. Yeah, use the reaction button on your laptop. Just use the reaction to raise your hand. It keeps you on top of my screen, and then it makes it easy for the conversation. So I'm waiting for you, Ibrahim Mustafa Adel. Just go to your reaction down on your screen, click on raise hand. Sylvia Maseko, are you in the room? Yes, thank you, Ibrahim. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Please, Annie, are you in the room? Thank you, Sylvia Maseko. Okay, you're joining with your cell phone. Who else? Adele. Yeah, thank you, Adele. Just leave your hand raised up. Don't bring down your hand. Yeah, just leave it all raised up. Yes, so it keeps you on top of my screen and the conversation starts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm with these amazing entrepreneurs. I'm as excited as you are. And they're going to be saying some things they've never told anybody. I don't think they warned you before you came into my fireside chat. Because yes, you're going to share some things that you perhaps might not have told anyone before. For those of you joining with your cell phone, I hope you'll be able to enjoy this session as much as you should have. It's always better to join in with your laptop so that we can have a very, and you can also see the lots of people in this room currently. Before I continue, shout out to the elders in the room. Sunil, okay, see you. Jim, I see you. I had a session with Mr. Jim. I had a phone call. I think it's 2 days ago. And he spoke to me because he called me the Wizard of Oz. And he spoke to me about the yellow brick roads that should be in the evening. And now, after you said that, Mr. Jim, I spoke to the architect of the entrepreneurship village and I said it has to be a yellow brick road. I love the idea. Each time I speak to you, you just always drop in something. So I've taken the name Wizard of Oz. I've not started flying yet, and I've still have. So, thank you all. I'm ready. Now let me tell my guests how we do this. Let me first share the flow with you. Chris, can you place your camera properly so that your face can be well positioned on your screen? Yes, thank you. The session goes this way. So I'll first give about a minute, right? Where I ask you something, right? You just try keep to time so we can also keep to time. And I will receive back the after this 1 minute session. And after that 1 minute intro section, I'm going to give you about another 3 minute session where you speak in something again. I give you another 3 minutes. I give you another 3 minutes. But once you notice that I've started going, yes, thank you very much. That means I'm kind of like telling you in a polite way that round up, you know what I'm saying? So please, let's keep the conversation straight to the point. Now, how do we start? How do we introduce? The first thing you got to do is you got to greet us in your local language, in your local African language. So I'm going to give you the mic and you introduce yourself to us, but you start that conversation by greeting us first or giving any opening statement, whatever you want to say in your mother tongue. And you say, then you interpret it because we use this opportunity to learn different languages as well. Adele, you've got a beautiful smile, and I'm going to start with you. So greet us in Sudan and give us your opening statement in 1 minute.
مساء الخير يا جماعة، أتمنى أنكم كلكم كويسين. My name is Hadil Osman. I'm from Sudan, currently based in Egypt. And I'm very pleased to be here. I'm very excited to share some tidbits. And I think I might have some interesting perspective because there's a war in my country and I had to kind of restart everything from an entrepreneurial side. So I hope I can be beneficial and I'm very pleased to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll be needing those claps because actually those claps will help me cough. I've got a very bad cough. I've got a bad flu. I've got something here that I'm sipping. I've got medications. I've got tissue paper. I've got water. I've got tea. You know, the life of an entrepreneur, the show does not stop. So when you clap, during those clap sessions, I use that time to cough. But I've just learned that language in Sudanese, and thank you for that. And I'm sorry about what's currently happening in your country. You shall be rest assured I'm going to have some conversations regarding that already. But thank you for, despite all that, we're starting, not giving up. We're proud of you. And of course, still joining this session. Your strength is what we're going to draw out from tonight. Ibrahim Mustafa, you got your podcast set up right. I want to listen to the sound of your voice through that beautiful mic. And tell us in your language, how do you greet? What do you say? And of course, give us your opening statement. The mic is yours.
Akwaba, this is straight from Ghana. My name is Ibrahim Mustafa, and I'm a public speaking coach. And I'm happy and super proud to be here. So in Ghana, I'm from the northern part of Ghana. We say Anula, that simply means good evening, or Dasba, good morning. But at this time, it is Anula. And if you want to speak in Twi, or if you're the popular adage when you are coming to Ghana, it is Akwaba. Welcome to Ghana. My name is Ibrahim, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, thank you. I was in Ghana a couple of times. Our father was always there. Thank you very, very much. And yes, I love the energy. You gave it to me right back, and I felt the sound and the voice through through that mic. Thank you so much for joining us today. I don't know why I told you guys I've got a cough, because ever since I said I've got a cough is now dealing with me. Like when I didn't say it, I was okay. After I said it, now it's here. Like I'm talking nice. I'm struggling. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a cough. I have a cough. Anyway, Daisy Lee. Sisiwam. Nija.
Siyaphila President ninjani?
Siyaphila Sisiwam. Manje khuluma nawe.
I'm so excited. Sanbonani, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this wonderful team. I'm so excited to be, part of this conversation today. And more than anything, I'm looking forward to learning from the other entrepreneurs that are in this room. Thank you so much. I'm from actually. Yes, I'm from the eastern side of South Africa. So yeah, it's very hot here, but yeah, here we are. I'm excited. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you. She said from the eastern side. I want to know exactly which side.
It's called Mpumalanga. So when the
yeah.
sun rises, yes.
Yeah. Malanga. Yeah, sis. Now I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you're in our midst. I've got some amazing questions for you. We'll get back to you shortly. Who's left? I think we've covered a couple of people in the room. I've spoken to Ibrahim, I've spoken to Adele, I've spoken to Daisy, and I've spoken. Okay, I think we should get it ready. Yeah, I see Chris now. I was looking for him earlier. Chris, how are you doing, my brother? The mic is yours.
I'm fine. Mgbedeoma. My name is Chris Ani. I'm an entrepreneur, teacher. I run an online education platform called DABA that teaches people in Africa high income skills so that they can gain financial freedom, overcome poverty, gain skills they can use in the global markets. I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. Okay, so I could use no. No is a general greeting. Then you're welcome. How are you? Then the Oma is like good evening because it's 6:35 here in Nigeria. I live in Lagos specifically. Yeah, so that's what I do. Well,
Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. You're welcome. You are so welcome. I think there's a background noise where you are. I was hearing some kind of feedback. Probably when I get back to you, maybe that will have been rectified. Please, if you're still my guest, Adele, Ibrahim, I don't know, is somebody raising their hands down? I need their hands up so that they can still be on my screen, on top of my screen. Yes, it makes it much easier. And I'm definitely going to start with Adele. And I just want to be sure, Adele, is it pronounced Adele or Adil? Yeah, correct me there.
It's pronounced Hadil, so you literally pronounce every letter. Yeah.
Adil, I'm a creative like you, and I'm also a creative director. I love what you do in the fashion world. You've done so many things and so many great achievements, even with Forbes Africa, 30 under 30. We're so proud of you and we're rooting for you. But you spoke about what happened in Sudan and what's currently happening. And how do you like maneuver all through that? And in the midst of calamity, in the midst of uncertainty, what keeps an entrepreneur's mind going? Adele, you're the best person to answer this question. The mic is yours.
Thank you. So, of course, it's absolutely insane to wake up one day and realize that your entire city is not safe anymore and targeted, and there's not enough coverage from any aspect, globally, regionally, everything. But yeah, the war started in Khartoum on the 15th of April this year, and it was just regular Saturday, and everything changed. And um, people who are able to had to flee where they're living, and they had to either leave the country or go to another state. And unfortunately, as of yesterday, the two other states that the majority of people have moved to from Khartoum are now being targeted again. So the whole country is under fire, and it's absolutely it's very disheartening. But as a creative and as an entrepreneur, who of course I've lost everything. In terms, I'm talking in terms of like my steady income, of course, my clients, my equipment, thing that I've worked very hard for in the past couple of years that has allowed me to have a platform and to train younger entrepreneurs and everything. But you have to continue living, and you have to continue doing the work that you were doing, and finding ways around it. So in Egypt, I was lucky enough to work in arts and culture, which is also something that I've done, and work in Sudanese related projects and work with other Sudanese people, because now we are struggling with our identity as like forced refugees, you call it, or displaced people or whatnot. Um, so yeah, I've been working in that space. I've been trying my best to also steer the conversation in a direction where, okay, just although we have lost everything, we're still alive and our brains still work. And this is the main thing for us as entrepreneurs, is that we have to find the market, we have to find our niche, and we have to make do with what we have. And whether that means having to take a part-time job or take a job, because it's essentially what we have to do at this point. That's not the end of the world. If anything, that means you are getting to know a brand new market, and then you will find yourself within it. We're very resilient people. I've been with this, like situations, not to this extent, but situations like this for the past 35 years, and we still continue, and we still rebuild, and still keep going, because you cannot stop. And although there are a lot of regulations that entrepreneurs go through, whether it is funding, whether it's targeting the right demographic, whether it's even developing your business out, because the concept of being an entrepreneur is either providing a service or providing a product, but able to keep it sustainable, like financially sustainable, and also sustainable within the it. So these challenges are going to be there, but when they exceed that you expect them to, for like our instance, for example, as Sudanese entrepreneur, that does not mean that you have to give up anything. You have to find a way around it. So it has been incredibly challenging. It's very, very tough and everything. And I want to be very honest here, but at the same time, like I said, we have to keep it going. So I hope entrepreneurs who go through any kind of like issues or any hiccups along the way or any bumps along the way, just know that all you need to do is just take a little break and think of things from a different perspective, and then get back to it. And I'm very sure that you will be able to find the solution for it, because if we can do it as refugees for the past 8 months, I'm pretty sure we do it in a regular circumstance.
Wow. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for that. And yes, think of from a different perspective. I really like that. Take a break, think of it from a different perspective. And honestly, I also want to use this opportunity to say once again that our hearts is with you, and we pray that everything works out better for you. And we are glad that you are able to push through. So thank you so much for that. I'm still going to come back to you, and I really appreciate the response you gave. Daisy. Daisy, I'm coming for you now. Do you events? You've been doing events for quite a while, and you've been amazing in this. You see, the whole essence of this fireside chat is that we don't let people from stages, but listen practically to entrepreneurs and how they've been able to maneuver. And with events, they're good, they're bad, they're ugly ones. And of course, talking from disaster, speaking from a deal, I want to also put that conversation into yours as well. Your worst day in events, the bad days, the days that everything went wrong. How did you maneuver through it? And how did you find your balance mentally through it? The mic is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. I think what really helped me is the relationship that I have with God. Because whenever I organize an event, I pray about it because sometimes organizing an event is a very risky or my industry actually is a very risky industry whereby before you can even start advertising an event that I'm hosting Vusi Tembekwayo, you need to have already have secured the speaker, the venue, the dates, everything. So, and that's a lot of risk. So, but I take it as faith. You need to have, faith that is beyond, that is beyond measure because now after you've advertised the event that what I'm hosting this event on this day at this venue, and sometimes you may find that things are very difficult, the ticket sales are moving really slow. So but with me, I think what helps me is the relationship that I have with God, because now the more I pray about the event is the more I get that confirmation from God that what He is carrying me, because it's obviously very big event that I host. So He carries me, and sometimes even if I may not make a profit out of that event, but what I know is that there is a door that is going to open through that event, and that actually keeps me going, and that actually makes me focus beyond making profit out of that event, because I know that even if I don't make a profit, but there's a bigger door that's going to open through that event. So yeah, it's been it's a very difficult business. It's a very difficult journey. It's a gamble. It needs faith because sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. But hey, the passion makes you keep going on and on, knowing that what, even if I don't make a profit on this event, but I know that there's something bigger that I'm going to get through hosting this event. Thank you, Mr.
Wow.
President.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Who's best to look at and ask about our events than the one who is in control of the events? Thank you very much for that. We really, really appreciate that. Of course, I'll be moving to my brother Chris. Chris, I'm just going to use exactly what you do, and I'm going to use what you do for you to actually shed light to entrepreneurs in this room, because you actually train people on the important areas of crypto and entrepreneurship. Now, what are the important areas looking at the world today for people in this room, for entrepreneurs in this room? What are the sectors? What are the opportunities? Or what are the advantages that are available using the world's current economy? Chris, the mic is yours. Can you please share that with us? Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, once again. And so, let me go direct with this. For the first time in history, value can be transferred from one person to another without the need of a central bank in relation to what crypto is doing. And just like Facebook, for instance, I could send a text message or I could send a message. The African, the social media platform of this organization, they'll be reaching out to me via Instagram. And just a simple message. That's how simple money can now be sent now. That's how simple value can now be sent now. Technology has made it that easy. Of course, the blockchain technology and of course crypto has made it that easy that somebody can be in Nairobi and someone's in Brazil receiving value without going to a bank. In my country, Nigeria, today, there's cash scarcity. As it stands now, I can't even go to the ATM to get money. I have to be in a long queue. We've had the monetary system of Africa destroyed by politicians. But let me tell you something, where politics is failing, code will not fail. It's because of coding, it's because of technology that I can be on this conversation on video call with you. And since everything is right with an internet, with a phone or a laptop or anything, I can have this conversation and there's no corruption in it. That's how the blockchain technology is now. For entrepreneurs here, I'm going to share starting opportunities both in crypto and both in the online technology space for us. For crypto, for instance, now there's something called stable coin. One of the advantages I have enjoyed in Nigeria as an entrepreneur is being exposed to a dollarized economy. This is a sad thing to say, but I'm going to just say it. The value of my country's currency has lost over 100% in the past 1 year. That's sad to see. Meaning that I would need more money to buy an iPhone. Let's say this iPhone used to cost me ₦1,000,000, and that was maybe like $1,000 last year. I need a double of that amount in my currency, even when the price of this iPhone has not changed in dollars. I will now need double amount of my currency to buy this. So what's the problem Africans are facing, the young people in Africans are facing? Inflation is off the roof. The official inflation rate reported by our board, our government, is not the official inflation rate. Go to the market, go and spend money, go and acquire goods, change your local currency to dollars, and you now see what the exact inflation rate is in your country or in my own country. Like I said earlier, ours has been above the roof. And so what crypto has done for somebody like me since 2016, I got in there, was that it exposed me to a dollarized economy where what I'm earning via the internet, via trading, via receiving money in dollars without using the bank for that, gives me exposure to that dollarized economy. That's number one. Number two, as an entrepreneur in Africa, you could have a payment link for stable coins and people in Japan. In my school today, I have students from Vietnam, South Africa, Kenya, different parts of the world who buy a course to learn maybe internet marketing, affiliate marketing, cryptocurrency trading, WhatsApp, graphic design, name different courses. And they don't pay with their card because sometimes my own country, the bank cards we use have a limited amount of money we can spend per month. That is not freedom. And so we now have a blockchain technology. We now have cryptocurrency that gives you freedom that you can go to Dubai and spend any amount of money you want to spend as long as it is your own money. And so you can integrate that payment link on your website. Do you do e-commerce? Do you do fashion? Do you do entertainment? You can receive money in USD without any bank limitation. That's another one. In 2017, I made a proposition to our government. I said, let us put our foreign reserves in crypto or in Bitcoin, for instance. Aside capital appreciation, I got into crypto when the price of Bitcoin was $600 for one Bitcoin. People may have called it several things, Ponzi schemes, network marketing, and all this, but this is technology. You and I know that, for instance, I'm a shareholder in this application used for this meeting. Even though I'm not a big shareholder, but I receive dividend. I received notice for your annual general meeting for Zoom. I started buying Zoom shares way back 2020. Okay. And because of that technology I saw for the future of Zoom, I was able to bet on the future of Zoom with my own money. Why is it that the price of Bitcoin over the past 7 years, 10 years, 12 years, I've seen a rise or an increase? It's simple. People are betting on the technology that the government cannot stop. People are betting on the fact that for the first time in history, I cannot censor your money. I can transfer money from South Africa, Johannesburg, and I can send it to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. And there is no restriction stopping it. If I see that technology, will it be bad? I put in my money to bet on it. It's not a bad bet. So I bought Bitcoin at $600. Now, instead of Africans keeping their money in dollars in several world banks that would not yield anything, imagine if you kept $100 billion, $100 million, for instance, in you of course you're not putting everything in the Bitcoin and say this is a reserve currency. When I was saying this in Nigeria in 2017, people thought I was stupid. But a country called El Salvador, Argentina is about to do something similar. El Salvador has already done something similar already last year. Okay. And nations and states will be adopting this thing because they want a currency that is not hindered by the policy of the government or one man. And we know how messed up Africa has been with the monetary policy in Africa. So down the rabbit hole, when you come into crypto as an entrepreneur, people ask me, but Chris, did you read economics for you to talk like this? I didn't study economics in school. I read agriculture in school. But when I got into crypto in 2016, the thing made me a voracious reader. So from thinking I came to make money, I did not know I came into an industry to learn about technology, blockchain technology, P2P money, politics, economics at the same time. So when you want me to talk about technology of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, you will see me talking about it and like, are you a scientist? No. When you see me talking about the economics of crypto and the blockchain technology, be like, Chris, did you study economics? No, I don't even have a PhD or an MBA in economics or any of this business. But the fact that I got into an industry that made me so, and I'm a very, very inquisitive person. I like to know what am I going into. The first time before I got my first Bitcoin, I studied for 12 hours on YouTube.
I think your network there is just kind of like froze. Just to be sure that you guys can still hear me, right? I think your network froze here, Chris. But I'm definitely gonna get back to you. Oh, you can hear me now. I think
yes.
The network give us a pause, but I'll give you about 30 seconds to round up because I'm still gonna come back to you. Yeah, so go ahead.
Okay, so
about
all right, dear entrepreneurs, business leaders in this meeting, especially for those of us because we're in Africa. The blockchain technology is not for those just in Asia, even though they are one of the biggest players. It's not just in the US. The US government is the 5th largest holder of Bitcoin. That should tell you something. The largest holder of Bitcoin is even an American company. One of the largest companies in America now is one of the largest holders of Bitcoin. That should also tell us something. This is not an industrial revolution we should be playing at the back. We should be at the forefront. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We should be at the front. Thank you so much, knowledge to draw from that technology currency, and I am so glad that we have you in the room. I'm definitely going to get back to you, but I of course want to take Ibrahim as well. Ibrahim Mustafa, you're a public speaker, and a lot of entrepreneurs fail to speak. As simple as the statement I've just made right now, I want you to respond to it. Why are people not speaking? Thank you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. There are a lot of reasons why people are afraid to speak. When I started this journey 15 years back, I was trying to find out, and I was trying to just give everybody solutions. Oh, you need to speak in public. You need to. But I've realized that there are a lot of reasons why people don't want to speak, or people feel less confident of themselves. And when you even look at, and it's not only about individuals, this affects families, it affects generations. Even look at our continent. Let me rephrase this. If you are not able to share your story, no one else will share your story for you. So I go to meetings, I go to events, I organize public speaking events in corporate organizations, and you see people complaining that CNN, they are telling bad stories about Africa, DWTV, BBC, and I'm happy that they are bringing this up, but I'm saying that no, they are not supposed to share your story. You are supposed to share your story. So if you are a young African entrepreneur here, and you don't even have the confidence to speak, to stand up and tell the world what you have, to pitch your business idea, to pitch your hustle, then why? I'm telling you, you are making Africa one of the worst because you are not sharing your stories. Let's come to talk about one or two reasons, maybe general reasons why some people are not able to speak. But each one of you may have your different reason why you're not able to speak. First of all, when you see that, I did some researches and I realized that when kids are in primary school, nursery level, kindergarten, they are very active. When you give them assignment activities, they are running around. When they get to primary school, junior high school, you see that they start dropping. They start feeling isolated. Why? Because growing up, maybe you are a lady. Think about it in your society. A lady, they'll say, you are not supposed to talk in front of elders. When men are speaking, don't speak. If you're a young guy, some of us, they have to slap us Because when the adults are there and they are contributing and saying something, and you also have an idea, and you go there to voice your mind out, I'm telling you, if you don't take time, they may not beat you there, but when your father gets you back at home alone, you will see Sheji. Excuse me to say this. Some of these things are actual things that are making us less confident of ourselves. When you go to the church or the mosque, or you are at the mall or a funeral or a wedding where everybody, the place is extremely quiet, and a young little, like maybe 6 years or 5 years or 4 years, little boy or girl gets up and starts singing, lonely at the top, lonely, lonely, lonely. At a funeral, I'm telling you, they'll beat you. Your mother will scatter you. So they'll tell you, stop, shut up, you're making noise. So people start to grow and they feel like, oh, I'm not supposed to speak. People start to grow like, and they feel like you are isolated. And sometimes you go to pitch your ideas, right? The reality of entrepreneurship in Africa is that most of us are chasing funds in terms of fundraising. And you will go and they'll bring a panel of judges to judge your idea. You go and pick your idea out, and someone will sit down and just shut you down, and you feel ashamed. Those petty things like this actually contribute to some of the reasons why we are afraid to speak. And some of the things that you may know, which I may not even highlight on, which is fear of making grammatic mistakes, fear of people judging you, fear of people laughing at you and stuff. Just to cap it up, I have one leader, young entrepreneur. He's been getting awards. His newspapers, you see his name, like different awards, 4Bs, whatever. But one day he got the opportunity to pitch to over 200 donors, people to invest in his business. When he got on stage, he just went mute. He just went blank. And he had to wake up in his hotel room because later they had to pick him from the stage back to his hotel room because he told me, Mustafa, I just went and I said hello and I didn't know whatever happened. So if you are afraid to speak in public, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect your generations. It's going to affect the generations yet to come. But as a young African, let me let you know this before I hand over to the president. I want you to know that, and this was what happened to me on my first trip to China to do a training program, public speaking training program. I have BSc, bachelor's degree, 10 years back. But when I went there, the first person said, oh, I'm a professor from Pekin's University. This one, I'm a lawyer from this. And I said, hey, what am I going to say? Because lawyers, professor, and we were two speakers. And the first speaker was a billionaire who commands a lot of authority in China. He has a lot of cars, private jets. He was talking about his private jets and stuff. And I was sitting down. I was the next speaker. Say, hey, Ibrahim Mustafa from Ghana, local champion. What are you going to say? But this was what happened. As he was speaking, I remember something that my auntie told me. It says, wherever you go to, if you get the opportunity to hold the mic, just know that your grandfather, that young girl in Tamale, that young girl in Nigeria, Lagos, that young girl or young boy who has no voice, when you hold the microphone, you are representing them. So your great-grandfather who will never get the opportunity to hold the mic because the person is dead, hold the mic for them and speak. Don't be afraid because they are holding the mic with you. Till date, that's what I still do. I believe that each one of you, when I'm speaking, you are holding the mic for me. And when you are speaking, your grandmothers or great-grandparents who don't even know you, who you don't even know, are all behind you. This is Ibrahim Mustafa, and I want you to hold the mic and do shege with it.
We're gonna do shege with it, my brother. We're so gonna do shege with it. Thank you so much. And you know, he's been honest, man. Our upbringing has cost a lot. You know, you go sing Lonely at the Top. I wonder why he sang Lonely at the Top. Oh my God, Lonely at the Top is gonna get you a big smack, my brother, at the funeral. But to be honest, what he said is so true. And just before I add on to it, from the last statement that you made, no matter how the stage is, no matter who you are with on stage, they might be richer than you. That makes them not poorer than you. They know the rich story, but they don't know the poverty story. So there's always something to talk about. Daniel, please put down your hands. This raising of hands is just for the speakers only. Please be informed. So yes, there's always something and that you've got to share that many do not know and will not know. And I'm glad that Ibrahim has been doing that. But what he spoke about the phobia, it's been there. I'm even surprised. I'm like this. I'm surprised because when he was saying this, I just remembered how when my dad is around, we don't talk. My dad is so strict. He's so strict. I don't even understand. I think my father's strictness on kids, I'm strict with so many other things. But on my kids, I'm not strict. My father's strictness on kids has taken over mine. So he has finished 4 generations of strictness. So me, my children, all of us will never be strict because there was a day my father told us to sing national anthem, and I can't sing it. Like I can't sing it, but because he was there. I couldn't sing the national anthem. I'm like, what is wrong? But I know the national anthem. But when he left, I could sing it. But when he came back, I can't sing it. This thing is real. So, everybody that's close to me know this. I get opinion from my kids. Like, it's not even funny. I allow them speak, giving them the opportunity to express themselves in public. So whatever that has happened to us, female, male, kids, whoever has closed us, shut us up, maybe through religion, culture, whatever, let's try in our own generation to make sure that this is not transferred and our continent becomes one that is not just spoken well of, but is also spoken from. Thank you so much, Ibrahim Mustafa. We really took a lot of learning from you as well, and we would make use of the mic. Adil, I'm back to you. And Daisy, I heard there's a couple of load shedding in your country currently, but I don't know if your mic, if you are still able to switch on your camera so that I can give you one more question. But oh yes, then we can still see you. I thought that probably load shedding has happened, but I'm glad you're here. So before I come to you, Daisy, I just want to ask Adele something. And many things have gone on, you know, that has made you sad and broken you somewhere or the other, or even disappointed you. But guess what I want to ask you about right now? What's been your most beautiful day in business and what made it happen? Please share with us.
You said in this year?
All your life. In business, what's the most beautiful event that ever happened?
Hmm. That is a very question to ask because I try to look at the positive every instance, but I think I could say like to give a quick also background about myself. So I have a company, it's called Visual Studio, and it's a visual multidisciplinary studio. Everything that is visual, from production to styling to costume to art direction to creative direction to concept development, graphics, and everything that you see is what we've done. And I have to admit, like the day I decided to start this business, it was at a workshop for creative art in New Zealand, and it was by British Council. And I had applied with my idea, but I was still not sure if I want to be a business owner. At that time, I was a freelancer and I had a decent experience within my field, worked for other companies. So, like the day I went, the first day of that workshop, when we had the training session, and that's when I started writing down, like in our, they kind of separate you after the group sessions to start writing down the ideas, and when everything just came to me very easily, like, okay, this is what I want to do, provide. I want to work within the continent, and I was lucky in that to travel with my company was basically myself, my laptop, and whatever else I could carry with me, and to work across the continent. I think that day is very, very important to me. It was in May, I want to say maybe like May 15th of 2018. It's just it was brilliant. So yeah, I think I would have to regard.
Great stuff.
Been a very challenging, very experience. Yeah.
I'm glad you actually remember the date. That's so
Yeah.
cool for you to remember the date. So cool. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Guys, as I'm about to call Daisy, I see one of our members that should win the best virtual appearance. And I'm sure she deliberately switched on the camera. Let me spotlight her. God, look at bless you. Look at that. I'm sure she actually left the event where she is, got into her car just to join the assembly. Guys, she has to win Best Virtual Appearance. Is Africa not beautiful? Come on, girl. We are so proud to see you. You know, you're looking so amazing. And, such a new joining from wherever you're joining from. Daisy. Manje, I want to ask you about this. And this is something that I know about. And I don't want you to think too much before you share this with us because I know about this day. And this day I'm talking about, Daisy, is the day you gave up. When everything went wrong at that event and you gave up on this business. Why did you continue? What kept you going? Share with us.
Okay, I would say, yeah, the day where I really wanted to give up was the first time when I hosted the Health Excellence Awards, because I also host the South African Health Excellence Awards for recognizing the good work that is done by healthcare professionals in our country. So, yeah, it was the first time I hosted an award ceremony. And yeah, it was really difficult. I felt like, yo, I thought I would die. So, but I think what kept me going is the passion that I have, about what I do. Because, an event is like a puzzle. And growing up, I used to enjoy, playing puzzles because, with a puzzle, there are so many pieces. And once you complete the puzzle, it is so beautiful. And that picture, that complete picture is what actually kept me going, even though, everything just went wrong. But I think the passion that I have to see, the event coming together, and more than anything, I think also to see how much people appreciated that honor, the people that won the award, the people that we were, honoring at that event, because it changed their lives so much. It is exactly what kept me going to say, you know what, even though everything according to my eyes and according to what I had planned to do looked like it went wrong, but because the people appreciated the initiative so much, that's exactly what kept me going, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you so much as well. I love that. She was able to put in the puzzle and just before she finished completing the puzzle. And she could see that the puzzle in front of her is beautiful. And she went ahead to complete the puzzle. So complete the puzzle, guys, even when it's all tight and difficult, where it feels like you're tired and you're exhausted and you can't go on no more. Look at the puzzle in front of you, complete it in your mind, and then complete it physically. Thank you, Daisy, for sharing with us. I'm going to come back to you shortly, but I'm going to go to Chris right now. Before then, if you just join us, this is the Entrepreneurs Assembly, where entrepreneurs, business leaders, from all over the world come together every Saturday to connect, network, and learn from one another. If you've been in this for a while, you would see we've learned different things from technology to public speaking to creative direction to event planning. I mean, of course, picking up from the thoughts of practicality from these minds who have failed and are succeeding. I advise you all follow them, subscribe to their channels, share their works, support their works, and promote them on their pages. Do not forget to do that. Their handles are going to be shared. Like their works, follow them on social media, and repost their works. It's extremely important that we do that in solidarity of their success. Chris, I'm going to come to you as we begin to plan to start rounding up. And the question is this. Are you with me, Chris? Now, the question is this. There's a cryptophobia. And this cryptophobia is a phobia that exists in every business, which is a business phobia. Now, I want you to do this, what you've never done before. Perhaps you might have done it before, but you're going to do it in a different platform or in a different way now because you're in a room full of people like you. Tell us the truth. What are the risks? Every business has got risk. With your experience, with everything you've gone through, you've been burnt, you say, now, people are curious, they want to take risk, they are looking at it, but there's this thing they're not sure about. Now, share the real risk and then how to mitigate those risks. If you can do this for us in 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Chris.
I love that. I love that question, and it's in sincerity. It's one of the most, if I use the word honest question anybody can ask in crypto. And so, I'm going to share a few risks. One of them is we're going to start with security risk. Security risk. And so, it's easy for you to put your money in the bank, and I do not blame anybody who still believes in the bank better than any technology like crypto. Everybody can't have the same mind or risk or mindset, or how will I put it, that, okay, I can afford to lose this. Number one is security. Your wallets can be compromised. You could go and use your Wi-Fi to browse somewhere and get easily hacked if you do not put enough security in check. And it means that your entire money that you've kept in the wallet can go. But this is one thing people don't get. The blockchain technology is not something you can hack, but your own money in your own wallet can be hacked. It can be stolen. Okay, so you've got to do everything to put security in check. It's a whole big topic on its own. That's one. Number two, this is a brutal, honest one, even though it rarely occurs. But the coin you are buying can go to zero. Some can go to zero. We can have a coin you're buying today go to automatic zero. Some of us did not believe this some years ago until we saw it happen with examples like Luna. But it is a rare occasion. It is like 1 in 10,000. So it's not like something that is a frequent. No. It's not. The industry gets more matured over time. Okay, and so these are some of the things you've got to know. And the market is volatile. If you're coming in as a trader, you've got to ask yourself what your objectives are. Are you coming as a trader? Are you coming as an investor? Listen, and I'm going to say this again. This is a market that is guaranteed to make you lose money than make money. You have more possibility to lose money than make money. That's one honest. In short, it is easier to lose money trading the crypto market than to make money. I repeat, it is easier to lose money than to make money. You can come in today and buy a coin with your $5,000, and the next 2 days, if you don't take proper risk management, stop loss or whatever, if you buy a coin for $5,000 today, the coin can be $2,000 in the next 1 month, and it may never recover or come back to your capital. So, one of the things I advise people is that you get enough education and know the risk you are coming into. In business, just like every other business, you must understand something. Your understanding of the risk is what puts you or gives you an edge. So these are some of the fundamental truths I would like to let everybody know. And when you're coming in, you've got to defeat this thing called FOMO. Everybody will tell you, if you put in $1 in a coin 2 days ago, tomorrow you have $10 billion. It can be, why some can be true, for instance, I'm just giving the exaggerated word $10 billion, not like in actual sense. You want to go and invest with that impulse. I have lost money in the market, I have made money in the market. And I can tell you, some of the risks you can take in this thing that will make you lose money is that you get so ignorant or get so overconfident that after all, it is this, and I'll just play like that. Again, a lot of people do not play long-term games in this industry. I started buying Bitcoins at $600. The first day I bought Bitcoin $600, Bitcoin went to $590. I did not panic because I knew the asset I was investing in, and I knew this is for long. I started selling my first set of Bitcoin in 2017, and I sold most of it in 2017 when the price got to $17,000. Have I bought coins? So, and again, another area people lose money is delving into risky part of the trading, like what they call derivative trading, leverage trading. When you do that with no experience, when you do that with no sound knowledge, when you do that with no proper risk management, you will get burnt. I repeat, This is an industry where it's
Thank you.
easier to lose money than it is to make money. You can bring in your $1,000 today, and tomorrow you're seeing $800, $200, $100. So you've got to be so ready to know, am I coming into this, and this is what I'm going to do? And that's why for my platform Daba, we have courses, support groups, both on WhatsApp. Okay, for instance, if you go on Daba.school, you get our Trade and Make Money course. One of the things we share with people is that by the time you've got to learn the thing first, don't put in your money first. No, when you come in, you learn. When you learn, you starting with small funds that you know that I can throw this away and I will not feel hurt. And you know how you navigate the industry, because sometimes you could also make certain mistakes. Let me share one that happened with me one time. If you use, I use a MacBook
Thank you.
for all my
1 minute.
applications. Okay, I'll do this one last. I use a MacBook for all my applications. You could have a malware attack your wallet address. So there are places you might have visited and you carry a malware. So let's say, President, you tell me, okay, Chris, I just gave you 10,000 rands. Send me Bitcoin of 10,000 rands or USDT. And I go to the clipboard of my wallet and I click the address and I want to send to you. The address you send to me. A malware can change the address. And when I send the 10,000 rands, guess what happens? I'll be telling you, I sent it to you and say, Chris, I've not received it. What just happened? A malware just attacked your system, maybe because of a place you visited or a site you visited. So when you're doing crypto, you've got to be conscious in your mind. You've got to be conscious with your system. You've got to verify. There's a word we use in crypto. Do not trust, verify. Don't trust. If I'm doing business with you, I shouldn't trust you, but I can verify on the blockchain. Since that one is more transparent, it is better to use technology and codes to verify than human intentions. So those malware, you've got to be careful too, because these things can attack your wallet, attack your funds, and they can go missing. So you've got to take security very, very serious. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I told Chris to share the risk and help us with our fears, and Chris increased our fears. So people are traumatized now, like, God, what? You know, coming from when we were still planning to follow him on the crypto journey from his first statement, and we're all ready to follow him. And then the next thing, he has scared us again. But I love that, because his company is doing a lot of training, which we'll introduce to all of you. I'm even going to bring him back and give him a whole session where he can then do more of this training, show you guys more of the risk. So I will look for a slot admin, and we'll speak to Chris afterwards to get a proper calendar. And we'll give him an entire session. He has adequate time where he can also share screen and then show us some of the plugins, so that the phobia that he has put into our heart, he can come back again and remove it. I'm sure a lot of you we agree to that. It's hope I see you. Thank you so much, everyone. We're beginning to round up right now. I'm so happy with you guys. You have brought in so much knowledge. You've shared different things. We are so proud of you, and we love you guys. And we cannot, we cannot wait to see more of you. As we go to closing statements right now, from each and every one of you, it can come in form of advice. It can come in form of a business gift. When I say a business gift, from a dealer, I'm expecting a app. If there's a app or a AI tool that you're using, you know what? Every one of you, I'm going to work with you personally. I'm going to work with you. Daisy, we can do events in South Africa. We have our events coming up. We'll do some things, Daisy, together. Chris, of course, we're going to bring Chris again. Adele, I'm a creative director myself, and creativity turns me on. So just by you being a creative, I already fallen in love with you. Ibrahim, I love people who speak. You're a voice of Africa. So definitely we're going to do some things with you there in Ghana. You should connect with the Ghana head. I think the Ghana head is in the room. You should connect with you, see what you guys can do in Ghana, and keep up the voice there. So I'm definitely going to work with each and every one of you. My PA is going to send you guys a DM with my direct WhatsApp line. Send me a DM and let's see how we can make Africa bigger and prouder of what it is right now. But as you go with your closing statements, if it's a business gift, maybe an AI to or a book you read, anything you want to drop it as a business gift. And you're going to do this in 1 minute each as I pass the mic. But before you do that, you're first going to share your feedback, what you think about what we're doing here, what you think about this community, what is advantage, what do you think about even the Zoom room that you're joining today? And Ibrahim Mustafa, I'm going to start with you. First, share your feedback, what you think about the community, the organization, the platform here, and of course, your final words. Thank you, Ibrahim. The mic is yours.
Right. The feedback I want to share is that I think this is my first time of being here, and this is amazing because this is what we need as young Africans to grow. This is what we need to thrive. Just like the Jews and the Lebanese, when they come to your community, they don't go in isolation. They build together. So you see locals trying to rival them and say that no, they are using no. It's the togetherness, how they are able to come together, how they are able to network, to share resources like this, to share knowledge, to share wisdom, and to share experiences. And that is what exactly you are doing. So this is one of the best platforms in Africa. As a young African, if you are not part of this, just be part of this. And if you are not part of this, yes, you can, I just want to illustrate this. This is a clap. I'm clapping. Each one can hear. But I want to do this first. I want to clap one, two fingers, 3, 4, 5. The question is, which one did I use a lot of energy without any sound? It's number 1. So you may be talented. You may think that you have the best idea. You may think that you've won this grant, but you can't do it alone. You need a synergy. You need people. You need togetherness to be able to clap. And when you clap, you can amplify what you do. So this is exactly what this platform is. So be part of this, and you will never regret. What I want you to appreciate now as my closing comments is, as young Africans, no matter what, no matter where you are, keep pushing. And I love this proverb. It's an Ashanti proverb. It says, rain beats a leopard's skin, but it does not wash out the spots. You may go through tough times. People may doubt you. Even sometimes you may not even believe yourself. But I'm telling you, those difficult moments will never wash off your spots. And personal experience, I want to let you know that you just need to keep moving. And as a young African, if I go to US to do, like in September, I was in US to do a public speaking training. If I go to Dubai to do a public speaking training, I just go there full force. I'm not scared. I'm not perturbed. I don't care who owns English language, whether it's from Germany, from England, no. I go with my local champion, and I'm going to train them how to speak in public. Today, something happened to me, and it's going to happen to all of you in one way or the other. Tough times will happen. And I got married like 2 years back, praying and working, and it's just similar to entrepreneurship, waiting to get that little baby. My wife got pregnant. We lost the baby today. And I had to just go and bury the baby. And the next moment, I'm here on this platform. Why am I telling you this? It was sad. But when I was getting into the hospital, right, something changed my mind. And I said, no, maybe there's a bigger purpose for you, for all of us. And that was that I saw a woman wrapped down. The woman was dead. And her baby was also dead. And mine, it was the baby. And I said, wow, shouldn't I be grateful? So you may go through tough times as young as entrepreneurs. You get your proposal rejected countless number of times. They get you booked international events, and the last minute they cancel you. Don't worry. There's something at stake. Keep moving, keep pushing, keep connecting, and keep doing what you do. I believe in you, and I know your time will come to shine. This is Africa, and this is the young entrepreneurs, and we are changing the continent one day at a time. We will never give up until we take over the world.
Wow. Gosh. I just want to jump on the flight and come see you in Ghana right now. That's how I feel. I I'm trying to look at what's on my calendar and see what can be cancelled, and I can just jump on that flight tomorrow and come see you. That's how I feel. But peradventure, I'm not able to do that because of very strict engagements. My heart is with you. My heart is with you big time. And in everything that you shared, your commitment to value, your commitment to Africa is what I heard the loudest. And it's what connects me to you. Know this today. You might have lost a child, but you've won a friend in me, a deep friend in me. And I'll call you after this session and we start a journey of great friendship together. I don't know what happens about Ghana. One of my best friends is in Ghana. I'm sure he's on this platform, is jealous already because now I'm having another best friend in Ghana. So, having said all this, our heart is with you. Sorry about your loss. And you know what? We're proud and stronger than the failure. You're stronger than pain. You're stronger than losses. And we are more than happy that you're an African. Ibrahim Mustafa, God be with you. Thank you. Gosh. Um, please share with us your feedback about the session and, of course, your closing statement. The mic is yours.
First of all, I want to thank you all again for this opportunity. And
Oh, sorry. I called.
have,
I called Daisy.
oh, sorry.
Did I? Oh my God.
Can go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm coming to you now.
I'll go after her.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Daisy. Go ahead, Daisy. She'll come afterwards.
Okay. All right. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for your incredible initiative. The work you are doing to support and empower young entrepreneurs in Africa is truly remarkable. Your dedication and commitment to fostering innovation and growth in the region is inspiring. By providing a platform and resources for young entrepreneurs, you are not only giving them the tools to succeed, but also creating a positive impact on the entire African business landscape. Your efforts are helping to shape a brighter future for the continent and its people. Thank you for believing in the potential of young African entrepreneurs and for investing in their dreams. Your initiative is a shining example of how a single idea can transform lives and communities. I'm looking forward to working with you and other entrepreneurs that are in this platform here as Daisy Lee Events, because indeed the sky is the limit. I believe that through this through this initiative, we can work well together and take Africa to even a greater or higher level. So I believe that this is a great initiative. And I will not only attend when I'm a guest, but I will talk to Opeyemi so that I also know whenever you are hosting these, these virtual platforms for me to always connect, because I believe that this is a family that each and every entrepreneur needs to belong to. So congratulations on this initiative, and you've gained a committed follower. Thank you so much, Mr. President. That's all from me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Felt like she was reading an open letter to me. Was I the only one that felt that way? Felt so good, so calm. It felt like judgment day, but on this side, I'm on the side of heaven, not hell, of course. And then the angel is like, "Oh, ye faithful and grateful servants. You have served Africa and this. And you have been, and your initiative, and here's the door to heaven." Thank you, Daisy. I felt every bit of your words. It touched my heart and it touched the hearts of every one of us, the entire team that works together to make this happen. The message is for every one of us that we keep on doing what we're doing. And like Ibrahim said, that one day at a time, Africa would be great and we will not stop. I'm holding on to Ibrahim's word. We will not stop until Africa is the best. I love that. Guys, do not leave. We are rounding up, but do not leave. It's our professionalism. And we always say, whatever we start, we finish. After this closing statement, there's a 2 minute music, and that's where we spotlight, we wave, we dance, we take the closing announcement, and we say bye. It's one of the things that shows how professional you are in everything that you do. I see a lot of condolence messages going out to Ibrahim Mustafa. Thank you guys for showing love and sending him wishes as well. I'm going to go to Adil now. Adil, your feedback and your closing statement. The mic is yours.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry about the mix-up earlier. So I would like to thank you again for this opportunity. And I'm always a big fan of associations, organizations, and groups of Africans that not only the people, but also bring back the sense of unity, that Pan-African spirit gets lost because of the day-to-day struggle or effort, or however you want to frame it, that we have to go through as individuals in our communities. And it's amazing. The amount of people present here today is really encouraging. And I've been to several Zoom meetings. This it does not this from collectively can changes, whether it's in our direct lives, in our businesses, our countries, even because we think or we are hoping to boost the economy of our countries. We're hoping to uplift ourselves and our entrepreneurs and fellow creatives in the that we work in. So yeah, I agree. My condolences to him. It's true that when you come there is when you actually flourish, and if one of us wins, then actually collectively all of us are winning. So in everything that I do, I always have to make sure that I'm benefiting someone else aside from just myself. And even in the context of work, for me, I've always been concerned about two main things. The first one is job creation and opportunities. Am I creating job opportunities for the youth in the industry? Am I providing these trainings? Am I helping them to actually learn something new and to get in the business as well? Because there's enough room for all of us, even if we are considered to be competitors in our specific field. There's enough room for all of us to flourish, and there's enough room for all of us to find our individuality and whatnot. In terms of if I can give any advice, there's one thing I will say is that we are very resilient people as Africans, although we have our differences, but actually our similarities in terms of heritage, in terms of tradition, culture, strong-mindedness, stubbornness, identity, love for each other, and our strengths. These are all things that we have in common, and you will see this. You'll see this in Sudan, you'll see this in Ghana, you'll see this in Nigeria, you'll see it in Kenya, in Somalia, everywhere. It is present there. And so if you fail, that is not the end of it. I always talk about failure, that it is actually a driving force. If you fail, it does not mean that whatever you're doing work-wise is not working for you. It just means that you are redirected in the right direction. You have to try many things. You have to fall down a few times in order for you to find that success. And the only person that should measure this success is you. So especially in terms of career, I think that you have to decide what is good enough for you and what are your goals and your aims. You don't have to let other people or society or the West specifically, you don't have to let the global North decide what is success to you. The scale at which they're working has nothing to do with the scale at which we're working, which we're living. We need to identify ourselves solely based on our area and how we want to flourish as Africans and as communities that are part of this beautiful, beautiful continent. We're not struggling. Whatever happens is meant to happen, and we have to push forward. We have to move forward. Thank you again so much. And I wish everyone who's present here today a wonderful day and an amazing career. And everything that you work for, I am very, very certain that you will reach.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. Wow. Adele kept a punchline for the end. That's powerful. Thank you. Chris, you're gonna round it all up for us. Are you there? Are you ready? So that you can give us your feedback and your closing advice. Chris, yes, the
Yeah, I'm here.
mic is yours. Please share your feedback and your closing advice. Your camera is off. You want to switch
It's
it on
on.
quickly? Yeah, it's on
Can
now.
you see me
Thank
now?
you. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I want to appreciate you for bringing me on this platform to speak. I think it's been months or so that I spoke to entrepreneurs majorly about crypto and this industry. First of all, I think this meeting is making me more curious to know about the Young African Entrepreneurs Association, this platform, and I sent a message that I'm going to really look into this. One of the big things I would say I got from this is the fact that speaking to people from who are in South Africa, Ghana, Kenya, different parts of Africa, it means that there's something we can pull as synergy. Synergy is one of the things that we can use to build unicorns, build systems, build multi-generational wealth for Africa. And I think that if we think towards that direction, especially leveraging uh, the technology of today, AI, blockchain, and of course, not forgetting that we need quality leadership, because leadership, technology without quality leadership will be useless to Africa. And I'm going to say this very well. If we're doing anything at all our various domains, all our various industries, all our various niches, all our various countries, let us put it in mind and put it to action, that everything rises and falls on leadership. So the world may be talking about AI today, talking about fashion, talking about blockchain, talking about fourth, fifth, 10th industrial revolution. If we don't fix leadership well in our various domains, starting from family, business, churches, religion, mosque, everywhere, government, Africa will still be messed up. But I have hope for Africa. I believe that this is the next pivot and this is the continent that will lead. And I think that we have the capacity to do it. I am open to more collaborations on this platform. I am open to more engagement. I am open to more knowledge sharing, especially for our African folks in different countries, different nations. We need more knowledge to share. We need to be as powerful as the Jews, and we can be more powerful than them. And yes, we have that capacity. We have the raw materials to make it happen. And to our brother Ibrahim, you still had it, the mind to still come on today's meeting and still give your best. Accept our condolences. And to everyone, our entrepreneurs here, I'm wishing you all the best and the best ahead, even in 2024. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, just to confirm if you guys can hear me loud and clear, can anybody just please respond?
Yes, we
Okay,
can,
thank
sir.
you. Okay, great. My screen has been frozen for a couple of times due to my network. Sincere apologies for that. Currently, it's even still frozen, but I hope you can hear me. I want to use this time to say thank you to all the speakers from South Africa, from Nigeria, from Sudan, from Ghana. You guys have been amazing. You have spent your time wisely. You've spent your time in such a way that it has impacted lives. You've used your story well to the empowerment of others. And for that reason, Africa thanks you. Africa loves you. Africa is proud of you. And for every one of you here, do not forget to follow these ones, support their works, share their works, and stay connected to their pages as well by following their handles. On this note, I want to say thank you to everybody that came in today. If you're joining us for the first time, thank you. This happens every Saturday. I see Daisy was asking about that. It happens every Saturday, same time, 6 p.m. GMT plus one. So check what time is it. Just set your reminder. That's what we all do. We set a reminder 5 minutes before we leave it there every Saturday for the rest of the year, and it reminds us. I love seeing your beautiful faces. Kologelo. I see you, Emoji. I see you. I see you, Professor Davis. You're welcome, ma'am. Thanks for joining us. I see everyone here today. And we're looking forward to the Christmas session happening next week. Yes, as I take the closing announcement. Christmas session happening next week. Come in your native attire representing your country with a touch of red. That day, we want to see who's going to win the best virtual appearance and get the gifts. I don't know. It's going to be a big competition. I don't know. I think I'm just going to there's going to be a team pointing at himself. There's going to be a big one. And we're going to bring external judges for this time because I don't want it to be rigged. Bring external judges to come and judge. I'm going to paint myself in. I don't know what's going to happen because if I say I'm going to paint myself in red, Adele is the creative director. Who knows what's going to happen? She might end up painting herself in red as well. It's a Christmas special session where you come and bring in your family, bring in your kids, bring in your friends, bring in your staff. Some of you have not done your team party or end of the year party. Make it your end of the year party for your team. Just tell them you're bringing them to a virtual assembly to connect and make new friends across Africa. They will appreciate that. So I'll bring in my team as well. We all have a touch of red. DJ Kids, Africa's #1 virtual DJ, will be live. We will dance, we'll spotlight, and make new friends. There'll be exchange of gifts. You don't want to miss this. It's celebrating Christmas with Africans. You can bring that down and make sure that you don't miss it. Set that reminder. What else is on the announcement that I need to tell you? Of course, after that, we're also going to be getting a very big announcement that I'm going to announce on the 26th on Boxing Day. But for members, you're going to hear that announcement in the room first before the public hears it. It's a big one. Do not miss that announcement. I'll first give it in here and then we get to hear it's a big one. You don't want to, if you miss it, you will regret you missed it because you miss some things that comes with it. And of course, remember our theme for this year is our year of professionalism. That has been our watchword. And next year's theme is going to be released either next Saturday or at the end of the year. Stay tuned. It's a powerful theme. The watchword for this year helped us a lot. Professionally, we became solid in our career, in our academics, with our family, with our colleagues. We held on to that watchword and we ran with it. And that's the same thing that we have for next. The next year's watchword is powerful. You do not want to miss that. Of course, we're going to be also giving the best tribe leader an award at the end of the year. At the next assembly, there's going to be gifts and virtual gifts as well. There's going to be some games as well. I don't know how they will do all these games. It's a virtual party. I'm looking forward to it. Please, if you want to enjoy the virtual party, 2 ways. Let me give you the tips now from last year. Use a laptop, use an AirPod or earphones so that you can enjoy the DJ blast. Make sure you've got good lighting, light in front of you. Go like you're going to a party. If you are single, come to hook up. Please don't be shy. We have learned all the years. The virtual parties come and make friends. If you are single, Professor Davis looked on our side. Is there a single person next to you there, ma? Maybe. I hope it's not your daughter or somebody next to you because I saw her looking to the side. You see, I thought as much. I thought as much. Let me spotlight that person. Okay, I thought as much. I just spotlighted. Yes. I saw Professor Davis look to the back. She wants to say something. I'm going to make Professor Davis say something. Go ahead quickly, ma. Let me give you 30 seconds to talk. You can unmute your mic, ma.
It's my pleasure to be part of the program for today. And I'm just coming in for the first time, although I'm a great fan of any.
Did we just lose that route to network? Oh my God. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Entrepreneurs, let me pray this prayer for you. May network not be against you. The day network needs to be for you. But I can already predict what she's saying and what she's about to say. Anyway, I saw her looking on the side and I knew that probably there's somebody single next to her. So do not miss it. If you got a single friend, guy or a girl, bring them to the Entrepreneurs Party. Let them know this is a platform where everybody there is making money. So, some ladies will say, I cannot date a guy who's unemployed. I cannot date a guy who's not making money. In this community, everybody makes money. The problem about entrepreneurs is that you might make money with us, but you suffer with us too. Today the money goes, especially Chris, people in crypto. Mr. Chris. the day the coin you go and invest in. The day the coin goes to zero. The lady too must understand. So yes, do not miss it, and it will be so much fun. On this note, I'm going to end with our closing mantra, and I think I've been able to pass all the announcements for it. Do not forget, come with your friends, come prepared, get your system ready. If you don't have your laptop, you can use your phone, but use a clear background, because of course, it's not just about relationships. You're going to make new partners, make new friends, because everybody's camera will be on that day. There's nothing like off. It's a party, and you should see last year's one. It was like a physical party, and it just 2 hours, that's all, and you can then continue with your day. On this note, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Remember this at all time. There's one person there who believes so much in you and who know for a fact that your success is the success of this continent. It's us here in this community. And that's why I always say something to you guys. Listen to this. Why would I on earth not be in a place where everybody there, every goddamn person wish me well? It's the assembly. Our friends, our family members, our religious mates, but I cannot beat my chest that we are on the same direction. But in this room, each and every time I'm here, I can feel it. One of our guests once said it. He felt the love in the room and he called me afterwards because we are on the same accord. You know, the fastest way to success is to follow those who are going the same direction. Everybody here is chasing that same thing you're chasing. So if you missed it, we might see it on our own way. And because you're in the same direction with us, you end up finding it yourself. My name is Sumis Francis, and I'm nothing without God. Thank you for your time. Chief of Staff, take us out with the closing mantra.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. President. And of course, we've seen it, we believe it, and we know it that yes, you believe so much in us, and that yes, we even here at the Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, we believe so much in the development of Africa. That's why it's even in our mantra and it's in our closing, is our creed. And of course, that creed, the excerpt from it is what is our slogan. And so it's very simple. I said earlier when I was reciting the creed, the last two lines says that if you can achieve this much alone, how much more can we achieve together? So he talks about, you've done so much for yourself, you've done so much personally, individually, running your own company, building Africa in your own way. Now imagine when we do this together. And of course, the same way we took our creed where we kept our hands like a fist, that symbolizes oneness, that symbolizes unity. That is how we also take our closing mantra, the slogan. And so I'll just go right, and I'm sure 2-3 people are reaching the mic to join me. Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization. If you can achieve this much alone, how much more can we achieve together?
You're rocking with the best. This is Africa's Young Entrepreneurs.
2 minutes of music.
Where
Do not
African
leave.
entrepreneurs at home and in the diaspora come together to
2 minutes of dancing.
connect, collaborate, and build strategic partnerships. Join us now.
Waiting be your compass. Fly you around the world. Maldives, Santorini. Why you find Versace? I love you, you're my G. Even if now I'm granted, I go still love you, my one day. Follow bomba to bomba. I go be your defender. When I lose my breath, baby, would you be my healer? Too many things I don't realize. When I'm with you, I dey fantasize. Would you be my only lover? When I'm with you, I'm alive. Me, I don't mind like Babu, but you still love me like this. Even if not taboo, you can still want
different currency. Me, I get a man, I go dash. I know say you need them pass. I won't fly you go Mexico. I won't buy you your shanties. I won't do big things for you. I won't do many things for you. Follow bumper to bumper, and I go be your defender. I don't want travel, baby. Me and you go Barcelona. Just like this. Me, I don't find like baboon. Even if not taboo. Oh, my Cinderella, Dojo Barrow. I be umbrella. Me, I don't find like baboon. Even if not taboo. Oh, my Cinderella, Dojo Barrow. I be umbrella. Nice boy, party one day. Cool. Nice boy and one day. Go. Nice boy and one day. Go.
Highly spiritual.
Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepezi yeni Yepenu mediri Yemza Yemzo Yunamuna yenza Uni museni jenabare Eko fewe busi ya fonyi nabra Eni obi ya shakone biya Zame umida fubiya mawasi egumi We'll be a baby, so I drew me a mommy want on me. I'm proud of Zana Nijo, it's a new mumma munsa mami. Mumbruchini and a minte. Moments and unsunaminte. Mommy Zengu, Joa Mommy Zengu. Oh, media. Mansami nice, Basu Amiba. Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepezi yeni Yepenu mediri Yako imediri Mansami naisi kwasu amiba Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepezi yeni Yepenu mediri Yobani, Yamona, you are gay, Bani, Bajo. Jaje, no piano, Jaje. Yamona, you are gay, Bani, Bajo. Bani, Bajo. Yamona, you are gay, Bani, Bajo. Yakameli, Yakawanje, Omano Machili. Cause I cry, but you bet you buy, but Mansami naisi kwasu amiba Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepezi yeni Yepenu mediri Yako imediri Mansami naisi kwasu amiba Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepezi yeni Yepenu mediri Yobani
You're rocking with the best. This is Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, where African entrepreneurs at home and in the diaspora come together to connect, collaborate, and build strategic partnerships. Join us now.